Mm-hmm.
How do people find their why or their mission?
It took me a while to figure it out, but I think there's an exercise you can play with to start trying. For me, it's first facing yourself and realizing that there are stuff that you might need to heal. There might be some wounds that you need to heal, and being on that journey, we could talk about that later, but once you're on that journey, you're trying to figure out what is this mission for this season of life. It doesn't need to be, I need to change the world or cure cancer or something crazy, but figure out where you're at right now. When I was 23, 24, I was on my sister's couch for about a year and a half. And that season of life, I couldn't think beyond just trying to find how to make enough money to get my own apartment. I couldn't think beyond that. I wasn't like, I want to go change the world. I want to go do something crazy. I was like, I just need to survive and get my own life together. So I had a season of life where that was my mission. But I was clear, I need to figure out how to make enough money to get an apartment and get on my own. Then once I accomplished that mission, I could think beyond that. I could explore, what is it that I want right now? And when we're in that exploratory phase of trying to get clear on our mission, think about the 3 Ps. The first one is your passion. And this may sound kind of lame or whatever, but I really feel like when you're interested and curious about something, you're more willing to deal with the stress and the adversity that comes your way than if you're not interested or curious. So figure out what you're really passionate about and ask yourself those questions about curiosity. Lean into that. The second P is the power that you already have. Now, when I was on my sister's couch, I didn't think I had any talents. I didn't think I had any power. Just got finished playing arena football, which wasn't even good enough to play the NFL. So I was making $250 a week. I didn't have a college degree yet. I was one of the lowest in every grade in school. So I didn't think I had talent. But you really got to assess, like, what are the invisible talents that you might have? An invisible talent was I was really good at connecting with people one-on-one. I was really good at seeing things, organizing ideas, setting goals and accomplishing them, but I didn't think that I could make money from it. But I just assessed my talents with my power. And the second part of the power is figuring out what makes you feel the most powerless. In my early 20s, I had a lot of false confidence. I was athletic or whatever and thought I knew a lot, but really I knew nothing. And I acted as if I was confident, but I was really an insecure, scared little boy inside. And so I went through a period of assessing all my fears. I created a fear list, and it was a long list. But one by one, I started going all in on these fears and making them a superpower, making the thing that made me feel the most powerless, the least amount of confidence in myself. I started overcoming them one by one. Public speaking was a big one. Learning how to salsa dance was a big one. Learning an instrument, all these different things that would create emotional humiliation, right? Social humiliation for me was a big fear. Judgment was my biggest fear. And so by going all in on those things and actually overcoming them, they gave me a new skill, a new power, and actually more confidence, because then I overcame the thing that I was the most afraid of. And so whatever it is in your life right now, create a list of your fears and start making those your talents, not insecurities anymore. So that's the second P, is the power. The third one, I really believe this is when you step more from success into greatness, is when you find a problem that you want to solve, the third P. So if you're in a discovery phase of like, what is my mission? What is meaningful to me? What is the thing you want to solve in the world or for this season of life? And when we do that, we feel more in service. We feel more useful when we're solving a problem. If it's a problem we don't care about, and we have a curiosity and a power around something, but we do it towards a problem we don't care about, it just becomes less meaningful. Doesn't mean we can't be successful or make money out of business, but if I was going to go solve a problem of, I don't know, nail polish remover and go start a company, I'm sure I could do it, but it's not useful and it's not a problem for me, right? So it's figuring out what is the thing. For me, the problem I want to solve is helping people overcome self-doubt, because I believe self-doubt is the killer of all of our dreams. When we doubt ourselves, we can have all the talent, we can have all the people encouraging us around us, but if we don't believe, it's going to be hard to accomplish what we want. So I want to rid the world of self-doubt, help people have a new relationship and manage it, because I think that is going to give them the courage to act on what they do, what they want to do. And I know you've heard a lot of people come to you and say, Chris, I've had an idea for launching a podcast for 5 years, or for writing a book for 10 years. I've had this idea to launch a company for so long, but they don't have the courage to act. It's because they doubt. And at the center of these three fears, the fear of failure, success, and judgment, is this doubt that I am not enough. And when we can get to the root of that, we can start to figure out how to overcome it, how to heal it. And again, solving the problem, finding these three P's, the passion, the power, and the problem you want to solve, will give you a sense of like, okay, here's a direction I want to start going towards. And some people might say, well, I don't know what problem to solve. A buddy of mine, Rory Vaden, says that we are perfectly positioned to help the person we once were. So if you had lost 50 pounds and you overcame this problem, or if you got out of debt, or if you figured out how to do relationships but struggled for a long time, you're perfectly positioned to help that person that you once were in the world. So start evaluating with these three P's in order to find your meaningful mission.